up, everybody? It's TERZO, and we're back here with another review, and it's none other than Sideshow's new release of the Pretty Woman Leatherface / the Old Lady. Now, this was an unexpected release and an unexpected announcement. I pre-ordered it right away. The price point was around $270, I want to say, or I could be very wrong, $240, $270. I did the payment plan. It shipped right away. I got it right away. And I'm very excited to have it. As you guys can see, we have the Pretty Woman. The box is actually really beautiful. It has the Pretty Woman doing the classic Pretty Woman dancing with the chainsaw scene, like at the end of the movie. On the right panel, it has the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Sideshow. It has the Pretty Woman in the back, and then it has the rest of the Pretty Woman hand here. And I do believe I saw an old lady. No? Did I see? No. It says Leatherface at the bottom. I think this box is absolutely awesome, and it's a top cover box. So let's see what it looks like. And yeah, this is impressive, man, right off the bat. Dude, he's big. He's big, and rightfully so. Leatherface needs to be big. So if you guys can see, you have Leatherface with the Leatherface title banner. On the side, which is really cool, you have the old lady. Then you have the Pretty Woman once again, and the back shot of the Pretty Woman dancing. So, maybe it's just dump it out like this, nice and gingerly. And obviously this shipped straight from Sideshow, and they put it in your Sideshow brown shipper box. All right, so this slides up, the banner slides up, or actually you can untape it, which I didn't do, but it slid up just perfectly fine. We have the case, and let's see. Alright, just right off the bat, I can, whoa, okay, I saw the accessories. Right off the bat, just by seeing the clothing and just seeing the body alone, I haven't really amassed the head and everything. He looks really good, and I do custom unboxing reviews, and he looks great. He looks great. I mean, seriously, the clothing looks like it's on point, so let's take a, okay. He's got good weight to him. Let's take off the plastic. The material is thin, but it's good quality, which I like that it's thin because it's scaled down properly to 1/6 scale. All right, so the clothing is just, it's really nice. I can feel the articulation, it's strong, it's not loose, it bends. The pants are well done. The pants obviously are Velcroed. Oh, and also have a latch on, which is kind of nice. It has a custom fat suit. The boots are really nicely weathered and sculpted. Like, I'm impressed. Let's take off the... Man, oh man, that head sculpt. Guys, it's this Pretty Woman right here. Uh-oh. Real quick, I got my charm bracelet stuck. Okay, I fixed it. This Pretty Woman right here, this head sculpt. This is crazy good, guys. This is crazy good. This is absolutely one of the most accurate head sculpts that I've seen for a Pretty Woman. Paint is actually outstanding, absolutely outstanding. You can see his eyes are recessed really far back, but you can see them clearly. You can see he has a grin on his face. Just the positioning, just the absolute silhouette of the mask is perfectly done. I love the hair. I love sculpted hair. I'm one of those advocates of sculpted hair because you get more of the artist's hand doing certain things. I don't know, I just feel like it's, I just absolutely love it. It's just my thing. So they did do the correct stitching. They do have the actual twine that's in between the masks on the side. And you can see the underbeard. The mask, I mean, under the mask you can see the beard. You can see actually the human's head sculpt under it. And Gunner was the actor that played Leatherface, and the director was Toby Hooper. I mean, really impressive. The button-up shirt is pink, striped pink, and it has these white buttons, and the fat suit just feels really proper, and the undershirt is quality. The tie material I'm not a huge fan of, but it's got this like imprinted design on it, and I have to say that might have to be movie accurate because I don't really know, but the design on it, it's like literally etched in there, and it's a nice smooth material. It's obviously kind of like a fake man-made material. Now the tie, the color of the tie, in certain scenes it looks like it's purplish, reddish, and in some of the cases it looks like it's blue, the design on the tie. So I leave it to the people in the comments below to tell me what's accurate. The hands, they show a lot of that veinage. I mean, this piece is amazing, I have to say. It's got even a fat suit at the bottom to his thighs and his buttocks. Alright, let's pull out the chainsaw. Okay, so in pictures, the chainsaw, in promotional pictures, the chainsaw seemed really, really yellow. They actually greened this up a little bit more, so it's like a mixture of that yellow to that green, because in the movie, the chainsaw is supposed to be green, I believe, and it's a specific model, but they did a great job. The blade, I think, is a little bit, now I'm really nitpicking, it's supposed to be slightly a different shape, more coming into an ovalish pattern. So it's a little fatter at the beginning at the base, and then it goes a little thinner into this oval pattern. But everything else is on point, like the motor, the fan, the handle. I mean, it feels quality. It feels absolutely great. And it's weathered beautifully everywhere. I'm super, super impressed. So then we have the mallet. And even this mallet is done really well. I believe this is vinyl, not resin. It's pretty lightweight, but still does the job. Could have had a better paint on the actual metal part of the mallet. Then we have the accessory, the knife accessory that was in the kitchen table when Leatherface turned into the old lady. And this is actually, I don't think it's done too well. I mean, the sculpture's there, but the paint is very flat and lacking, and it doesn't look metal, but it's so small at the same time. And it's very flimsy, and I'd be afraid to lose it at the same time. Now we have the old lady Leatherface sculpt. I'm excited for this. Yeah, man, this looks good, man. Just as impressive as the Pretty Woman head sculpt. It's got that beefiness. It's got a mean grin, that deep recessed eyes. It's got the stitching on the side of the mouth, the shot on the top of the head. It's got that really poofed out hair and the bun in the back, which is very, very accurate. The old lady has a bun. It has the twine interlining the masks, and you still see Gunner's beard and head sculpt under this. Sideshow really outdid themselves with this. Absolutely. So let's go into the next panel, and over here we have the extra hands. They're nice, you know, you have some really expressive hands. I always do gotta say, like, the bases that come with this, I never like these kind of bases. These black that have the decal of the title of the movie in a glossier black. I was never a fan. You have the old lady apron, which to make the old lady is very, very simple. We just take the clothing off, and then we put the head sculpt on, we switch head sculpts, and then just put the apron on. Bada bing, bada boom, done, done, done. And the apron is actually pretty thin, which I like. I like this material that he used. The design, I don't believe, is so accurate. The design of this apron is not as accurate as it should be in the movie. It's a little bit more different of a pattern. Has a little bit more design to it, but it still works really well. So I can't wait to try this on. Let me just take some shots of the Pretty Woman right now, as is, and then we'll get into the rest of everything else. Now, as you guys can see, I have posed the Pretty Woman up, and she's absolutely mean. I mean, just the thickness of it, just the posability is absolutely perfect. I don't know what Sideshow could have really done better, to be honest. I'm just so impressed. Absolute quality, worth every penny, even with the little nitpicks like the chainsaw blade being a little bit off. Other than that, I can't complain. The color is on point. Maybe if you wanted to bloody it up, but you guys got to remember, in the movie there really wasn't too much blood. There was very few scenes where there was blood, and that was when Leatherface was sporting the yellow apron, and you know, they cut up the poor victim inside the house. But to the boots, to the chainsaw, to the head sculpt, to the stature, to the clothing quality, absolutely impressive, absolutely of a home run, absolutely killer. Now I'm showing you guys a little bit closer view, and just, you can see just everything is fine. If you just futz this a little bit, bring it down, that'll take, whoop, that's better. You guys can see just, you can see a little bit of that design that I was talking about on the sign, on the tie. I just love the sculpted hair, so intricate. It's just, it seems like it's very detailed. Absolutely killer. And look at this head sculpt coming around, the stitching, the smeared makeup, the recessed eyes, just the look, the shape, the proportion. It's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You can see Gunner's beard under there. If you guys see moving down, I'll show you guys the tie. And you can see the design right there in the reflection. There's a pattern printed on that tie, which I did not know it had. And I have a very expensive custom of the Pretty Woman, which I will do a comparison review probably in the near future, but absolutely stellar. And I gotta say, on camera, the undershirt is coming out white. It's really pink. I'm telling you, it's actually pretty, like a salmon color. The quality of the jacket is there. It's slightly weathered as well. It's a little bit more bluer. Camera's coming out a little bit darker. The chainsaw's coming out more yellow, but it's really, trust me, it's more of a shade of green. The hands are detailed. Everything is just really there. You can see the cuffs on the jacket. Absolutely well done. Once again, the stitching is on point, so I am truly impressed by this by Sideshow. And then you can see the ever so popular bracelet that is actually made of real steel or metal or whatever have you. And if you guys see, Sideshow did an awesome job with the tailoring of the pants. Now remember, there's a custom there's not a custom, there is a fat suit. I say custom because my channel does a lot of custom reviews. Now coming up on his right leg, right above the knee, if I focus, you can see that cut on the pants where Pretty Woman Leatherface fell and dropped the chainsaw on his lower thigh, and that is an attention to detail that I did not expect to get in mass produce. And as the boots, you guys can see, properly done. Let me just focus for you guys. Absolutely stellar boots. And the boots are absolutely stellar, as I was saying. The thing that's lacking to me is the base, but then again, it's just the base. We can always create a diorama for him or something like that. But absolutely killer. Sideshow, I have to say, you guys have impressed me a lot with this release. And wow. I say let's move on to the old lady look. Let's do it, guys. Absolutely killer. Can't say that enough. Now, before we went to the old lady look, I did want to get a real up close shot of this head sculpt because I believe it deserves its own section of justice. The stitching is awesome. They got the stitching on the upper right eye, just the shape of the eye holes. It just looks like this mask, this very eerie mask. You can't see the eyes. It's got like a Michael Myers feel, the darkest eyes, the blackest eyes, just the shape of it. And I have to say, whatever source material they used, and I do believe they used obviously the movie and some other people that replicated masks, you know, they have their hands in everything and where they look, where they get their inspiration, but this is probably one of their most movie accurate pieces that I've seen. Sometimes they take a little bit of liberties, but this is so intense and just absolutely spectacular. Do I wish one thing? I wish the blues on the upper eyes of the makeup was a little bit more vibrant, but it's still supposed to be faded, so it's still accurate to say the least. But if we get a side view of that head sculpt, come on guys. The details are there. They're definitely not lacking. The stitching is there. You can see Gunner's, the actor's beard under there, his ear. I love the hair. The hair is absolutely well done. All the intricate little lines. You see, you got the twine that Leatherface does to make the mask go together. You have the indentation, the proper lines and indentation that is in the mask, in some screenshots, and just everything flows beautifully. And you got that double chin going on. And if we look at the back, you can see the hair, and just the hair. Come on guys, that's outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I am just so impressed. I'm at a loss for words. I never thought I would get this kind of quality for a mass produced, especially a horror release. And now if we move down, now you guys can get a clearer view on the printed design that I said was on there. As you guys can see, absolutely stellar. I have to look into if that's really movie accurate, but I don't think they would get that wrong why I put that on there. The only thing that I do think is a little wrong, but not really, it depends on what scene you're watching. This, the color shouldn't be purple, on the inner design it should be blue. But that is still really awesome. And as you guys can see, the chainsaw, absolutely weathered, gorgeous. The blade, all the weathering that you'd want in the world. This thing, absolute masterpiece. Great job, Sideshow. Guys, one more thing I have to add. Look inside here. Sideshow even designed the pattern inside. Like, for them to go in this amount of detail, let me focus real quick. It's just absolutely stunning. Look at that. That's inside the Pretty Woman jacket. Stellar, stellar work. And there you guys have it. We have the old lady look. Now, this is absolutely amazing. I mean, the sheer fact that we had a Leatherface release in 1/6 scale at this quality, and on top of it, they put this out, one of the least memorable looks, but still really impactful look for Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I think this is amazing. The fact that they included essentially 2 figures in one for the price, absolutely spectacular, still quality. Now, in pictures that they provided early on, I thought this piece was going to be, this look was a little thin. The body, I didn't like the body too much, but no, I'm impressed. The only thing, the negative, is the little seams that you guys see there, but the forearms are sculpted, and it fits really well. When you have it in hand, it's definitely an absolutely stunning piece. You can feel the quality, you can see the quality. There's weathering on the apron. The head sculpt is just absolutely beautiful. The head sculpt, I think this is the look that I am going to display him/her in. Just stunning, stunning. I also wanted to display some extra hands here, if you guys can see. And there's some extra hands. Very very passionate and expressive hands. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Here's another one, a more relaxed hand. Let me just put on the focus. A more relaxed hand, and all the veins are there. Then you have a few closed fist hands that I need to focus. And the detail is there, the paint is there. And then another laxed hand. And then what I wanted to bring up is this accessory here, is the knife. Now the knife isn't as impressive, but it had to be there. The paint on the handle isn't that good, in my honest opinion. And the blade looks very, very dull, if I can focus. So I'm just glad they included it in there. For everything that you get is just a steal. But there it is. All you have to do is strip down the jacket, take off the head sculpt, pop on literally the old lady head sculpt on, and the apron, and you're done. Absolutely wonderful. The mallet displays perfectly. Just, oh man, this is such a great and glorious release. I'm so excited. Now let's get a close-up of everything. Now starting at the bottom, obviously the same boots and the same pants, but as if you guys move up, you guys can see the apron, and you can see that it is weathered, it is dirty, and the pattern might not be super correct, but it's good enough, I shall say that. Now the only downfall is the seams, obviously, but what can you do? Just the fact that we got this release is absolutely stellar. You guys can see we have the mallet, and the mallet could be a better paint of metal, but still, I'm very happy with it. Doesn't take away from it. The bracelet is still there, and there is veinage, and it's very well sculpted, absolutely. And the further you move up, you can see more weathering on the apron, and you can actually start seeing the salmon pink that I was mentioning earlier, but wasn't coming out too well. Now you can really see it a little bit better. It's still a little bit more darker in person, but still. Then you guys move up, and there is the old lady head sculpt. Absolutely stunning. Just the shape of it, how the mouth drapes, just the look of it. It looks like an old lady. It looks decrepit. The hair is beautifully sculpted. It has the wound on the top of the head, and just you can still see Gunner's face. It's very recessed back in there. You guys can see the beard. It's just absolutely wonderful. You have the side profile. Just all the details are there. You still have the twine. The hair just has the same amount of quality as the Pretty Woman head sculpt. And just, oh man. And one detail that I didn't know this piece had up until I was talking to my friend Beto Metalli, that there was actually a bun. The old lady actually has a bun. I did not know that. You just learn so much. And you can see Gunner's Hanson's hair coming through the back, which is another great detail. I mean, come on, look. You can see his ear. It looks like they sculpted the head, then sculpted the front plate, and then the hair. 3 different pieces, put them together. Just absolutely wonderful. The only nitpick I have is that I believe the paint, or the tonality of the paint, should be a little bit lighter on the old lady sculpt. But man, oh man, am I proud to display this, and I will be displaying this next to my custom pieces. That's how much high quality this thing is. Absolutely awesome. And you can interchange the chainsaw with the Pretty Woman and the old lady. That's just absolutely fine. I would do the mallet look because the Pretty Woman is iconic with the chainsaw. The old lady had the mallet when Leatherface was making the hot dogs and cooking the meat in that scenery when he was preparing the dinner. And funny little piece of trivia. My friend told me, and if you notice, I was talking to Beto a lot about this. In certain scenes, Leatherface changes. So when he's the killer, he's more of a angry, more guttural roll sounding person. Then when he's the old lady, he changes his voice, changes his demeanor is more cooking, and is just more scared of just everything else. And then when he's the Pretty Woman, he's just very in charge. It's just really, it's a fascinating movie. Very low budget. I know it's a cult following. One of my favorite movies. Absolutely one of the best movies that you could see if you are a horror fan. And this release has stunned me. Absolutely 10 out of 10. I will give the paint an 8.5, sculpting a 10 out of 10, clothing a 9 out of 10, presentation a 10 out of 10. If I could give it an 11 or a 12, I would, and I'm actually gonna go do that. This is probably the best horror release I've seen yet for a 1/6 scale figure from Sideshow. I am so impressed. Excellent job. The only nitpicks are the base, a little bit of the paint on the old lady, and a little bit on the makeup of the Pretty Woman on the eyes, the seams on the arms, which are passable for me, but that is it, and that is me nitpicking, and the little chainsaw blade being a little bit misshapen. Other than that, we are absolutely in the home run stage. Excellent job, Sideshow. Now, I'm gonna do my little outro, and I'll see you there. Alright everyone, as you guys can see, I have the old lady with me, and I'm just so impressed, and this is my outro. Like I said, everything about this piece is amazing. I gotta display it. You guys gotta get it. Support these horror releases so we get more and more and more. And Sideshow absolutely, I feel like, showed like they had love for this franchise. With their statues that they did, that I owned, and now this, I'm just glad that we're getting accuracy, quality, and just the presentation and the love and care that we deserve, and the notoriety that we are out here, us horror lovers. Until next time, guys, subscribe, share, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys see all the uploads and don't miss anything. And until next time, stay sick. I've been your host, Galactable. Peace. Damn, Sideshow, y'all did it with this one.